This program is brought to you by UCKG.
It's happening in every neighborhood.
Open the door! Who is it? Huh? This is why you really want to leave me.
No, I didn't.
Down every street. Sickness, addiction, and violence has been turning countless homes into crime scenes. Suffering, depressed, alone, suicidal.
A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to your program Problems and Solutions. We are here in this hour and in this evening, here through this channel, to give to you, my dear friend, an opportunity for you to start a new life, for you to have a refresh, for you who are on the other side desperate and because of so much pain and so much problems that you are facing. You don't know where to turn, you don't know where to go. I'm here to tell you that there is a solution. Eyes to eyes, I can guarantee to you that there is a solution of your problem. The same way that God changed the life of this couple. You're going to see the testimony of this couple right now, that they found a solution of their problems. You know, they used to knock at door A, B, Y, and they didn't find any way out of their problems until the day that they heard about God, the living God. They heard about the promises of God, and they decided to give their step of faith. Watch their story, and we'll be back with you straight after. In the meantime, if you want to be talking to us, in touch with us, you have below your screen our telephone number, our WhatsApp number, where you can reach us.
I was so heavily burdened with many problems, coming from financial problems, but I also had depression that was affecting me. 10 years I was on medication. So when I came and I started attending the meetings and I saw changes in my life, I could see that I started to sleep when I could not sleep for 10 years. And I could see that I do not need to take medication anymore. I was on my own naturally, could sleep without it. So seeing all these changes in my life, I did not hesitate any moment. My wife, who I met, and we got married, and I invited her to the church.
Things was not going very smoothly. We had lots of problems. But the reason why I started coming with him is basically because he was coming to church and I started to come with him. When I came to the help center, I didn't actually think that I had any problem. Even though I had so many problems, I just thought, well, it's just another church.
And I know that it was going to be a bit difficult and she would be hesitant at the beginning because we both were in religions and we were Hindus before. We have been grown up with rituals, traditions, but saying that I have seen those changes in my life and she could as well take the opportunity in it.
I started hearing about testimonies of people who had problems that was worse than mine, and they were getting solution for it. So then I learned that, okay, I don't need to live with these problems. They can go away. So that's when I started to actually participate. But I have to be honest, at the beginning, I didn't really think that it was gonna work for me. Maybe it did work for other people, but it's not really gonna work for me. But while attending, I started to have vision for my life. I started to have hope that things can change, and I started to work towards it. And bit by bit, by putting in practice what I was learning, things actually did start changing.
So when she came, she had her personal problems. She had depression as well, and she was unhappy, and our marriage was not going well. So she got help as well, and that's why she became interested and her life started changing.
I'm no longer depressed. I don't have low self-esteem. I'm quite confident in myself. I'm working as a manager. Before, I couldn't even dream of working anywhere. I'm happily married now, so my marriage that wasn't working, and we had constant arguments. I was even thinking that maybe it would be better if we separate. My marriage is now working. We are very happy together. We have a beautiful daughter. She's gonna be 10 soon. So my life has totally been transformed.
And now we are both assisted in the church and willing to help others. So now we all are in the church, in this place where we have been receiving help.
The soul in this world is despised. In the spiritual world, a priceless treasure. At this exact moment, there is a battle between light and darkness for it. On the one side, there is God, and on the other, there is the devil, both waiting for each person's decision. The human being fights, works, and does everything in order to secure their future. They invest in having a beautiful body. They seek knowledge, education, achievements. However, they forget about their soul. While this world sees a person like this as being intelligent, proactive, and successful, the Lord Jesus gives them another name: fool. This night your soul will be required of you. Then whose will those things be which you have provided? The soul does not have color, gender, or age, but it is there inside of you. When you experience pain, it is actually your soul that feels it, so much so that when someone dies, you can do whatever you want with their body. It will have no reaction. It is the soul that expresses the feelings of a person. However, different from the flesh that returns to dust, our soul is eternal, although there are many who are departing from this world without worrying about this. This site shows the count of deaths worldwide in real time. The timer does not stop. It is estimated that by the end of the day, about 150,000 people will have died. Here is the big question: where will these people go? In the dispute of your soul, the one you serve in this life wins. If it is God, then the angels will carry you to eternal joy. If it is the devil, the demons will take you to eternal torment. Immediately after your soul leaves your body, someone will come to retrieve it. This is what pains God. When he looks at the world, he sees people who are lost, deceived and disobeying his word. As if there were no tomorrow. They fear man-made laws, even more than the laws of God. It is a pain for God to see so many souls going to hell for having chosen to live in this world far from him. The devil works to hide this war from human beings, filling their minds with the worries of this world, so that at the end of life, he can reclaim their soul for all eternity. What value have you been giving to your soul? All the achievements of this world do not make up for the loss of salvation.
The stories that we bring to you here every Tuesday to Friday here on Optakanalen are stories of people that overcame, are stories and proofs that in this year, in this decade that we are living, in 2022, in our days, God is still performing miracles. Miracles is not something of the past. It's not something that is just written in the Bible. We have thousands and thousands of testimonies. But you cannot be rely on the testimonies, because sometimes you are used to watch, as you like the stories, you feel very glad for what God has been doing in people's lives, but nothing has been happening in your life until today. And the intention of this program is not just to make you just to see other people's overcoming, but is to tell you, my dear friend, that the same way that these people overcame, you can overcome as well. In the same way that these people found a solution, you can find a solution as well. Maybe you knock at many doors. Maybe you tried in many ways. Maybe you have been, searching in many ways to find a solution of your problem. The solution is here. God, the God of the Bible, the promises of God. I have here the Bible that perhaps you have in your house as well, one Bible, like this one, smaller than this one. There is no problem the size. But here there is the secret for you to overcome your problems. The moment that you put into action, your life change. That's why the doors of the Universal Church are open every day to you. And here we teach you how to use your faith. I will leave you now with the schedule of our program, and you're gonna see that every single day there is prayers for you who are suffering, for you who are in it.
This is your UCKG timetable, helping you to make a new beginning. Mondays, a meeting focused on achieving more in your financial life. Tuesdays, prayers for healing. Wednesdays, a meeting teaching you to develop in your spiritual life. Thursdays, a special prayer for the family. Friday, a service for your spiritual deliverance. Sundays, reconnect with God, the main meeting for your spiritual strength.
I had depression for 20 years.
I suffer from depression since I was a child, and I was always having depression.
I used to be depressed. I was depressed for about 2 or 3 years. I was 18 years old, and I was cutting myself in my stomach, and it got to the point where I went to Westminster Bridge to jump off.
I suffered with depression for 7 years. I used to cry myself to sleep, and I used to slit my wrist.
I suffered with depression, severe depression, for over 10 years. When I came here to the UCKG, I beat depression.
When I came to the UCKG, I learned how to beat depression.
And thankfully somebody invited me here to the help center, and I'm not depressed anymore. That's it, I'm completely free, I'm happy, fulfilled.
When I came here, I beat depression.
And since I've been coming here now, I've been here now 19 years this year, and I can say that I am totally free from depression. I'm no longer depressed.
My dear friend, it was a pleasure to be with you in this program. And do not just be watching people's life stories. Decide to write your story. We have few weeks to finish this year, and you can finish this year with a new life. Depends on you. If you want our help, the doors of the Universal Church are open to you. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll have the Night of the Soul, a service that is totally focused for the spiritual life, for the healing of inside. If you want, join us tomorrow. 7 p.m., our address is Birger Jarlsgatan 106. We are very close to the t-bana Tekniska. You are our guest to join us, and for more information, even for our times in Göteborg or any part of the world where you are watching me, you can visit our website, uckg.se. Have a blessed night. May God bless you.
I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter. You want out? That's fine with me.
This program is brought to you by UCKG.